Mickey Kaus left the Daily Caller today. He up and quit because Tucker Carlson pulled a post that he wrote about Fox News. Mickey Kaus, is a well-known blogger. Kaus Files, not to be confused with the Daily Kos, completely different. Sounds similar, not the same thing.
And he came from, Mickey Kaus is generally known as a liberal or leftist or left of center, which he's more of a left of center guy.
He's more of a moderate.
And he'd been at Slate.
Yes. And he was actually writing a piece about Fox News and how Fox News wasn't really pulling its weight on the story about amnesty and illegal immigration, that they were not doing their job as the counterpoint to the vast left-wing media sphere. They weren't acting as their counterbalance, and it was critical of Fox, saying that they need to step it up about illegal immigration and executive amnesty, which we'll be talking about later. And he went to bed at 6:30, having put the article into drafts, up on the site. And when he woke up, Tucker Carlson had taken it down, saying that, dude, I work there. We can't be talking bad about Fox News. That's insane. That is mind-blowing that we would have. I mean, Daily Caller is one of the big media outlets for the right. I mean, it's something that, I mean, when you think of the Blaze, Breitbart, Daily Caller, Independent Journal Review, they are pretty much the big four, in my mind at least, when you're talking about the mainstream conservative news outlets. They're the big ones. They're the big names. You also have Hot Air and all those guys on the side, Town Hall. But those are the ones that I've really sort of changed from being little islands in the conservative sphere to being really major powers. And we have Tucker Carlson, who does work at Fox News, come on and say to one of his writers, no, you can't post that because it's critical of Fox News. That's not who we are. That's not what we do. That's what the left does. And it's really
It's absolutely irresponsible. It's not in any way censored, any way, shape, or form. It's not journalism at all.
Well, and it's against conservative principles, because if constructive criticism is not allowed on the right because the target is Fox News, which is the only game in town on cable news on the right, then what are we?
Quick question. I mean, not to be too nice to Tucker, I have no idea about the story, but what have we heard of his side? I mean, do we actually know what the review of what the article looks like? Is it do we know from his point of view that he only pulled it because it was critical of Fox, or might he have thought that the way it was critical was out of line? I don't know. I'm just asking.
Well,
I don't think you're going to get Tucker to comment on that.
He commented, but it was not on the specifics of why the piece was taken down.
Right. It's just we're going to be sorry to see Mickey leave.
Yes, it was very milquetoast.
Which is what you have to do if you're in that position. I wouldn't expect anything other than that from him. There will not be a Tucker Carlson side coming out.
No, and as P-Dog is saying over here on the chat, since the Daily Caller is Tucker Carlson's site, he owns it, it's his show, it's absolutely Tucker's right to pull the piece, but the Daily Caller isn't owned by Fox. I can understand Fox not reporting on the Rupert Murdoch thing because Rupert is their dad, and they were reporting on their dad. And so what we're saying is that what we're seeing is that Tucker Carlson is thinking of Fox as if it's his parent, when it actually isn't. It's just a place where he goes and gets paid, or either he pays them or they pay him, whatever, to be on TV. And from what I understand, actually I think it was Jonah Goldberg or somebody who wrote an article recently that a lot of these people who are on Fox News and on the other cable news shows, they're paying to be on those shows. They're not getting paid by Fox News to come on the show. They are paying to be the expert, and I think that's why we see CARE as the expert on a lot of things. I don't know.
A Republican who is putting forth a bill to prevent people from filming police officers within 25 feet or 100 feet if they are carrying a weapon. And this is fascinating because this guy not only made this claim, but when he started getting pushback, tweeted out, hey, if you don't like it, vote me out of office. And Justin Amash retweeted that and said, his constituents, take him up on it.